Good evening and welcome back to the Mancunian Way. My name is Matt and I'm your host. And joined is that time again, Stateside Blues, after a masterclass by Manchester City tonight. 6 out of 7, 3 on the bounce in all comps. And what a panel we've got to share it with. Right, Jack, good evening, mate. How are you?
Good. How's everyone doing? Happy to be here.
Good
to see you.
Good. Ed, good evening.
What's going on, everybody? Let's go. It's a big night in the UCL, and you already know. A lot to dig into tonight.
Vader with the blue moon behind you. I'm loving it.
Appreciate that. Good to see everyone. Ed, man. Ed with the crisscross. Keep doing it every show. I like it.
You with your sub count live behind you there.
Good tech right there.
Yeah, did it just change?
Your live sub count?
I don't know, but I was going to ask, will it change?
Hey,
I think I've already subscribed.
If you haven't subscribed, in the chat, if you haven't subscribed, subscribe right now. That's the QR code. It'll take you right to my channel. Sub. Let's see if it works. Let's see.
Oi, stop that, you. Behave. Behave. Kelster, good evening. Debut tonight on Stateside.
I know. We finally cleared up the confusion. Mark thought I was Swiss. He didn't realize I was American, so he finally fixed the problem.
Being Swiss is much cooler than being American.
Wow. Swiss and Germans, but
whoa.
One of them American Germans, you know?
And Tariq, how are you, mate?
I'm good. What's up, everybody? Glad to be back.
Yo, bless.
Actually was, Kate. You know what? I'm going to agree with you. It was crap. Yeah, good evening, Andy. How are you? I've had, by the way, Andy, my WhatsApp has done nothing but pinged all through that game tonight. You need to mute that chat through. You need to mute that chat during games. Good evening to the American Blues. Hope we're all well, guys. Please subscribe, give it a like. Hello, DC. Hope you are well. Bet you are after that performance. Evening to Andy and Harry, who are the daily moderators of the channel. Big up, Dash. Yes, like I said, Samaritan link. If you do need help or you need support, that link is always there, as we are as well. The first 30 minutes was quite dull on both sides. However, the minute turned on the gears and intensity. Yep, we're going to talk about that. By the way, I've got a little stat tonight on Phil Foden, which will be quite good. My name is Snoopy. Hello. Salute to you. Evening, Dudley. Hope you're well. By the way, Savio did good. Imagine he scored that. What a move. We'll talk about that because I'm noticing the Savio and Doku haters have gone back under rocks tonight and disappeared for an evening. Shame that. Evening, Ariano, how are you? What a defender Donner is. Well, he caught a ball tonight. I'm going to glaze that catching of the football tonight and a cross. It was nice to see him catching it rather than punching it. So those who wanted Foden to be sold after one bad season, an absolute disgrace. 2 magnificent goals and how work with the 8 roles since United's class. Just how did people write him off? I moved seats because City fucked me and my mum tickets were moved 327. Better view of that Foden first goal. Oh dear. Bonfire at the Etihad, guys. Yeah, I wasn't feeling the pre-match show. I wasn't. I've got asthma. I don't need all that smoke. Thanks very much, sir. Don't need that. You need to put the smoke machines away. You know what I mean? And then you bring on a guy in a mask. What's that about? Remember the 5th of November. I know it's the 5th of November. We're the only country who celebrate destroying our government. How great's that? Easy people, great win tonight. Liquid football, it was. You copied that from my comment. Big up, Luke. Good evening to the panel and everyone in the chat. Luke, also, will you let me know, Luke, if you're free tomorrow night? Cheers, mate. I had Feyenoord. A few people have said that. NZ Gamer, big up, mate. Hope you were well. Big up, Mike. Big up, Cade. Big up, Blue Heart. The Elite American panel. Look at that. And Nico G, where do we start? I'm sure Kelsey's going to glaze him tonight. Because our other guy we were glazing was probably not the best player. But yeah, Keely's with us. Everyone's with us. Pat is with us. Nice photo of you and Tom Martin. Good thing you brought your soapbox along. Yeah, Tom was stood on a box when he took that photo, by the way. I'm not that short. I'm really not that short. Right. Where do you want to start then? 4-1. Start with you, Jack.
Well, I would say I was a little nervous before the game. Dortmund are a good side, 3rd in the league in Bundesliga. I was expecting a win. I was hopeful for a win. Maybe first 5-10 minutes we're settling in. And from then on, I mean, we got to 3-0. It's something that we've been asking for. You know, we get to 2-0 a lot, and it feels like we take our foot off the gas. However, tonight, early in the second half, we get the 3rd goal. Then we take our foot off the gas, you know, for maybe 10 minutes, and they get one back, but we do put it away. So I was thrilled. I thought the game was great. It's unfortunate to hear maybe the atmosphere wasn't as good as it could have been for a Champions League night. You know, that's supposed to be basically the biggest of big games, you would hope. And me personally, like, if I come to a game in England, I would want to go to a Champions League game. That's just how I would look at it. It just feels like, to me, those are the biggest, most important games. Even, you know, if it's not literally the biggest, most important game, that's what I would want to do. And I was happy with the performance, but somewhat disappointed with, you know, what's going on with the fans. I know there's a lot of factors that come into that.
Just to let you know, the 1894 had nothing to do with the light show. So you know that. The light show is from the club. 1894 did a tremendous Erling Haaland mosaic.
All right. Sorry. I got to chime in. Okay.
Go on, can I just do this amazing super chat just before you chime?
Absolutely. Because
DC has chucked in the $50. Thank you so much. You didn't have to do it. Big up, DC. Thank you so much. If Alan joins, remind him it's called baseball. Go City and go back-to-back champion Dodgers.
No comment.
Vader, you got anything to say about that?
DC.
No comment.
Usually DC's my girl, but that hurt. That hurt, DC. Back to back. Yeah, it's too soon for me to really speak on that. The World Series is still hurting me.
Sometimes money does buy trophies.
Vader, I'm with you. DC will understand. I'm a Giants fan.
Well, I was gonna say, aren't you from California? You can't.
I'm a Giants fan. I hate the Dodgers with a passion. So
no, Tariq, you should have seen.
Congratulations, DC. Congratulations, honey.
Rich was devastated in the group chat.
Really?
Yeah, he was really upset about it. So DC, give Rich a load of stick when you see him next. No, but big up DC. You never have to. Please, thank you so much. That is amazing. Thank you so much from the bottom of all our hearts. Thank you very much, DC. Jeremy Docky, go on, Bater. Off you go, then, mate. You were gonna mention that. Go on.
Yeah. Okay. I know. There's a lot of review criticism, like suggestions that are going through with regards to Champions League, right? When Ryjack wanted to talk about when he makes the trip over there for a Champions League game, he would hope for the atmosphere to be up there. I think there's still a lot that needs to change with the fan base with regards to Champions League. Some games, depending on where it falls, don't really matter to the match-going fans right now. When it's knockout stages, yeah, it's a lot more heightened. But there's so much that's in anticipation of the weekend's game, in my opinion, on why it's a little mixed. Maybe some fans made the choice with their pockets to be like, I'm going to the Liverpool game, and you don't quite have the go-hards that went to this game. But this whole bonfire, light show, dislike, no offense, Martin, it's not for you. I think
it's not aimed for me. I know that. It's aimed for the children. I know where it's aimed. Yeah.
So it's one of those, like, you bring your kids to Disney.
Mate.
Yeah, and it's a I think I saw the comment about Disneyland, but when you bring the fam to an attraction and you're trying to hype up the next gen, sometimes that target audience isn't the adults, right? It's for the adults to bring the younger ones too. And I think that's what the music and the light show and all that's all about. But yeah, I just wanted to chime in with that.
Yeah, I mean, listen, I am a miserable old git. I understand that. You know what it is to me? I just want the crowd. My way of getting the atmosphere going is let the crowd do it. Let us do our bit. I think when you do the light shows and everything else, they've got a part, and I get it, and it's great. The trouble is, it prevents anyone from singing. Because what everyone does on a light show, they all get the phones out, and they all go, hey, and that's it. You've lost everyone then for the first 5 minutes.
Yeah.
And for me, I want to get the atmosphere building, boys in blue, get it on and let us. Like Dortmund, Dortmund booed it tonight because Dortmund are very, they're like, they want to do their bit. Dortmund fans were fantastic tonight.
They were great on TV. They were great on TV.
Yeah.
They're the only ones you can hear.
Martin, let me ask you this. If the camera was put in your section and maybe captured 5 people to your left, 5 people to the right, 5 people to the front and the back, do you think them being put on screen would be audience okay?
Who on screen?
The people, 5 people in front, 5 people behind, 5 people on the left and right. If you guys were put on screen, would it be TV okay? So, all right, okay.
I know what you mean. Because I've seen it, I've been to things over. I know what you mean. They put you on screen and you go, "Hiya!" No, we don't do that.
Well, but even just like during the match, if you were on camera, like say if when Dortmund scored, if your section was on camera, I imagine there's a lot of middle fingers, there's a lot of cussing, there's a lot of all the things because. I know what that felt like being at the Fulham match. So is that kind of where you were headed?
Yeah, because when Martin wants to talk about the crowd getting involved, right? If the fans are singing their hearts out, right? If the fans are trying to get everyone riled up, and you put the camera on them, then there's that. You know what? I'm doing this to get everybody going. So my question is, if you had Martin and his crew all singing, losing their voices, would it putting them on camera generate everybody else to get in sync type thing? But I hear that not hooligans, but I hear that it might be a little unruly, and maybe that wouldn't be
if you put them on camera, you get middle fingers, all sorts.
I got you.
It wouldn't be producer friendly.
Okay, I got you. Yeah,
I think it would be great if, to your point, Martin. I think it would be great if it was purely organic, but I think there have been times where it hasn't been, and so then it feels static. It feels empty. It feels whatever, and so they're trying to avoid that. So I think there's got to be a happy medium, I suppose. I don't know what it is.
It's hard because I'm going to be straight with you now, and we'll move on to the game in a minute. I don't want to harp on too much on the atmosphere, but Champions League nights are very different to Premier League nights. And I think that's the same with every English club. but there's a lot of people because it's not included in your season ticket for one, so you've got to pay extra money whether you go or not. They have struggled to sell out on Champions League nights. You probably saw in the North Stand there was a lot of empty seats.
I think that's what I noticed the most tonight. Was it just felt like it was kind of
that was our worry on last night's show about this North Stand expansion. Is you're putting an extra 6,000 seats in. Well, we can't fill the seats that are in there. So how are you going to fill the extra ones in?
Well, that's on a UCL night. You're filling those seats on a home game.
Yes, but on the Champions League night is when the most eyes are on you a lot.
Yeah.
That's the problem. And the club have to be very careful which way they're going because there are a lot of fans who've left now. There was, tonight in our stand, big up to them, there was a whole class of, there was about 50 kids turned up from a school, which is great, get them into it. But they're from different areas, even in England.
Okay.
There was sports clubs coming, so they're not City fans, they're coming for the Champions League experience. But when they walk in and they probably hear the Champions League anthem and we're all booing it, they may not know, because there was one boy turned around and went,
well, the football they saw tonight, they're going to become fans. Yeah. The football they saw tonight,
because they didn't get why we booed the Champions League anthem. But that goes back to the way UEFA have treated us for many, many years.
That's an ongoing thing.
Hard to explain.
Yeah, that's just, and it's, but someone who's not been before may think that's a bit strange.
Yeah,
but doing that, where some people think hearing the Champions League, because I had this debate with Baz the other night on his on Through Black and White Eyes Newcastle channel, and he said it seems like Newcastle fans seem to be enjoying the Champions League more than the Premier League. When you've not been in the Champions League for a long time, it's like you're loving it. Remember, this is City's 16th or 17th straight year in the Champions League, which is a record of any English club. The problem is people are going to pick and choose the games they're going to now. Because after 17 years, it loses the Newcastle are still in that excitement stage of Barcelona, Real Madrid. We've been there and done all this before. So it loses the appeal because you're probably going to get them later on down the road.
Yeah, but we also need to wait and see because Newcastle haven't had UEFA trying to kick them out of the competition either. So we still have that resentment and bad blood. Yeah, not yet.
Yeah,
trust me, when they start winning stuff, they'll get mystery charges too. Trust me.
Yeah, going give Bernard 320 a lot of love. City needs to be careful what they wish for the tossers. Yeah, there's a lot of anger at the minute as well. Imagine we got Europa League last season. The expansion of group stage games will invariably stadiums and sports share. The average fan simply can't afford them all. Totally agree. Yeah, he did go tonight. No, he did go tonight, Briggs. Nick Jackson hasn't gone to UCM 12 years, hasn't he? Yeah, he went tonight and got into an argument with someone with a half and half scarf.
Oh, those are the worst.
He got into an argument. Big up, Andrew. Right. Well, let's get into it. Ed, Pep did make changes again.
Yeah.
Reinders came back in. Savino came back in. Stones came back in. He gave Diaz a little bit of a rest. Cherki a bit of a rest. Was you all right with that? Bernardo came out as well.
Yeah, I think you would expect changes, especially with the game on the weekend. You want to keep players fresh. I know some people were upset that Cherki wasn't in the lineup, but you got to understand Cherki's just coming back. He just played a full 90 minutes. You don't want to burn the guy out when he's just coming back either. And Seville's been playing well in the UCL, so I wasn't upset about any changes. I would have liked to see maybe Marmoush get a run out, but at the same time, you don't want to make too many changes. But no, I think, the lineup was fine with me. I thought, like what everybody else has said, this was going to be a win for us. Dortmund has, played well in the UCL, but it's the Etihad at the end of the day. When you come in here, I'm back in our last to get the job done. And, you know, it was a good performance. You know, last 15, 20 minutes was iffy there, but, you know, for the first, I would say 60, 65 minutes, it was nice to see. It was nice to see the boys put in performance.
That is sad to hear, and I know I already knew this was coming. I know Sunday's your last one, and you are deleting everything.
Don't delete your channel. I like his channel.
I've spoke to him. I've told him not to do, but he's. I think the club have pushed him too far this time.
Oh, but keep talking though. I love his channel.
You will be missed, Andy. I hope you change it. You change your mind, mate, because you will be missed. Rotation is all good. Big up Nick on the half and half scarf feud. Later, you on out with the lineup and everything? Then I'm guessing. No
problems. I had no problems with the lineup, none whatsoever. I rarely do. The thing that, and apologies, I was eating off with the microphone on mute.
Oh, don't worry.
I rarely have a problem with the lineup. I don't see what's happening on the training pitch. And I know many of us go, based off of the last game, these players in form should get the start for the next game. You know, we know Pep doesn't work that way. And we got a big game on Sunday. So I was like, okay, Pep, whoever you put out there, I think you're going to put the 11 that can get the win. And whoever's not playing, it's because you got vision on who's going to be needed and who's going to be leaned on and required to play at their best with this Liverpool game up and coming. So I was really calm with it. It's great. It's great to see that they can manage Stones because his quality is unquestionable. It's always been his health.
Which I think has actually been very well managed, by the way, at the minute, because he's not breaking down at any point.
I would hope so. Like he's got a chance to play maybe every 3-4 games in a way. So he better be ready. I'm actually nervous and I don't want to think that far ahead, but this international break's going to have me on pins and needles. I'm going to be stressed out during this international break, but until we get there, I'm happy with the availability of the players that we had and him, you know, not having Bernardo, because I think we could all expect that Bernardo and what he does for us and how much Pep trusts him, we're going to see him versus Liverpool. But the combination today was great. I was actually very calm with it.
Yeah, I think there was just enough rotation to keep people. I mean, you got to get Reinders back going. Stones was cool, but I think the biggest thing was maintaining the consistency leading into the Liverpool match. I didn't want to switch it up too much in the thought of, oh, well, we'll have people healthy and everybody's going to be, but then you'll lose the momentum. I wanted to keep the momentum going. And so this lineup is, 90% what we've seen over the last few weeks. So I thought this was probably the perfect balance between let's just get a little bit of rotation because we need to get Savio going. We need to get Reinders back going. But at the same hand, not, and then Stones, of course. But I wouldn't have wanted much more rotation than that. So I think it was kind of a masterclass between being able to strike that balance very well. So kudos to Pep, which again, that's what he gets paid for.
Kelsey, what the other thing on your watch along?
No, I mean it was good. There is I figured Stones would start the game. I have no problem with that. I'm only going to complain if Joshko's at left back because he's not a left back. Stop playing him there.
You might not like what I'm going to say in a bit then.
There's other things I complain about too.
I wouldn't even say he had a great game today. That's fine. I don't care. That's not going to offend me. I can critique him.
No, Joe.
But I just don't want him at left back anymore because Nico O'Reilly is way better than him at left back right now. So for me, I'm like, yeah, I wanted to see Stones and Vardy at some point. We got to see it, and I mean, it was fine. So I expected it. And I think Diaz needed a rest too. So I'm really happy he got the rest. I think we're saving Bernardo for Sunday, and I thought they used him perfectly today. So no issues there. The only one I'm starting to get a little nervous about is Omar Marmoush. I think we need to get him fit fast. And there's not we don't expect him. I don't expect him to start it against Liverpool. I don't expect him to start at Newcastle. Then using him as literally a backup striker. Do you think, though? I don't think that's going to go over very well. He's on 300K a week or 290K a week or whatever. Like, and everybody's whining about Erling Haaland scoring all the goals, but you want to bench our second best goal scorer? I don't get that. That doesn't make any sense to me.
What do you mean? Who's whining about Erling Haaland scoring goals?
This was an opportunity to do it. Also, you could have rested Doku because I expect Doku to start on Sunday. I don't expect Marmoush to start on Sunday. So maybe give him a little bit of a rest. But I will say he was great. So whatever. I don't know anything. But I think this was a rare opportunity to get Marmoush some fitness and with our team too. Because he'll get to play for Egypt and get some fitness. But for me, I think it's really important to get fit because God forbid something happened to Erling Haaland. You'd want Marmoush ready to go. You don't want a rusty Marmoush if that happens. Though.
So I think he may be still not quite.
That's what I was going to say. He had an injury that kept him out for a very long time. Yeah. And the same way Cherki's kind of being managed, here and there, I think he's doing the same thing with Marmoush.
That's what I'm thinking. Is he just taking his... And let's be honest, Doku can't be dropped at the minute because Doku's playing great. You can't drop Doku right now.
Yeah, he did a good game.
I think that's the reality. I think if this were because when we just played the League Cup match, I think he started up top, right? So it's not a matter of playing him. It's, hey, everybody else is playing really well and they're getting rewarded for doing a great job. And I think it would be unfair to pull them out of the lineup on a big match. If we say we have to be in the top 8, then this match we needed to win. And so you put the lineup out there that's going to get you the win. And, again, I think personally keeping us having the momentum going into the Liverpool match, which is probably the biggest match of our season to this point. So for me, I understand what you're saying, but I would have played it exactly the same. Also, the other thing that I would say is there's going to come a point in time where Marmoush is going to be unavailable. So if I spend my time trying to get him, quote unquote, to his heights, and then he turns around and walks away. It's not his fault. It's not his fault, but he's going to be gone for a month in December. Well, now the people who I haven't been playing aren't at the top of their game. Well,
it's actually in about 4 or 5 weeks. He's gone. 5 weeks. He's out of there.
Yeah. So again, I think there is a balance to be struck. But if you ask me, I'm not prioritizing Ait Nori or Marmoush over the people who are playing in those positions. With that in mind.
This is a good time to use them to give the players who will not be getting a rotation while those guys are out. Give them some rest so they're fresher during that 5 weeks when they have no backup.
That's fair.
I'm with Calx. I would have played Marmoush. I actually don't think Doku has been over the last month very good or effective. I give it to you. He was great today. But
I was gonna say it's kind of hard to say that when he literally destroyed their whole
side. He was awesome today, and clearly it worked playing him. But I against Bournemouth, I didn't think he was that good. Swansea, he got that deflected goal.
You didn't think he was good against Bournemouth?
I don't think he was. I don't think he was very effective compared to the other players we had out there. I didn't think he was as effective as But I also understand I have a semi Doku bias where I don't get.
No, you have a pro Oscar Bob bias.
I also have a pro Oscar Bob agenda, but in my
those two 11, combined together.
I know I didn't play Oscar Bob. I didn't start him in my predicted 11, but as much as I wanted to, I did not. Doku was fantastic today, so I will give it to you. He's going to have to play Sunday because he's the guy in form. But I would have liked to see Marmoush because Marmoush scores goals, and we're banging on about how someone else needs to step up and score other than Haaland. And yes, Foden did that today, but the guy that I would hope it would be Marmoush, who we bought for 60 million and scored 25 goals last year.
Guys, didn't we just see them score? Didn't we just see Marmoush score in the League Cup?
Yeah.
So is Marmoush a League Cup and backup striker, or is he for 60 million and 300 or 290K a week? Is he a backup?
I say he is. We play whoever's the best player in the moment, and regardless of how much he gets paid, that doesn't guarantee him a spot in a starting spot or first 11.
It could be Alvarez 2.0. Just saying.
No, but hold on.
It might be.
No. Wait. With regards to the striker, absolutely, he's a backup striker.
About Haaland scoring all the goals.
We got Haaland.
But to his point, earlier, nobody is complaining about Haaland scoring all the goals except our rivals, and I don't give a crap what those people think.
Oh, there's a lot of our fan base online crying about it.
I get that in my comments a fair bit.
They're the idiots on X. That's why I've left. That's why I've left X, because they're just idiots who just want to run an agenda.
I think absolutely Marmoush is a backup striker to Haaland. If it's gonna be Julian Alvarez 2.0 or whatever, it is what it is. Julian Alvarez has left City, and he's left for what he thought is a better situation, and he's already looking to make a move. There's a lot of rumors with regards to that. Marmoush just got here in Jan, right? So let him get vetted in. He's always going to be a backup to Haaland. Is he a natural left winger? I don't think that's probably the spot where he can compete. He probably has easier competition with regards to the left wing. But like many of us have said, Doku has that on lock as of now. But I wouldn't be surprised if Pep does his player rotation and we see Marmoush on that left wing to be in combination with Haaland, Doku getting dropped or rotation whatsoever. But maybe it is a little bit of Julian Alvarez, because what did Pep try to do? Pep tried to force Julian into playing, right? And he would play that kind of off right wing or I played him at the 10 on that right-hand side, favoring his right foot. So Pep's going to figure it out. Pep's going to have the balance to keep everyone happy. I don't think he can force Marmoush to play ahead of Haaland or Doku right now, but he'll get his spots. And I said,
let's be straight. When Marmoush came in, he knew as a striker and backup.
Yeah.
He was not having any.
He better have known that. His agent better have done better told him the right stuff.
I think the difference between Alvarez and Marmoush is, I think Marmoush is happy to play anywhere, whereas I don't think Alvarez was.
That's fair.
And I'm
not concerned either about the Marmoush. Really, it's just
no. I'm not.
Tonight, I would have played him personally to give him games.
I mean, we say that, but I thought Sabinho and Doku were actually very good.
All right, I'll say this then. Marmoush should have come on before like the 93rd minute or 83rd minute or whatever it came on. Give him 20 minutes at least. Because again, you can give Doku a rest so that he's fresher on Sunday. This is not me like ripping on Doku or anything or saying bench him. I'm just saying, like, why not give Doku a little bit of a rest, because he's been playing a lot of minutes. And we know he's had injury history in the past. So
I would actually have
tempt
taken
fate?
Yeah, I think you're right. I think that, in my opinion, and it's just my opinion, what do I know? I feel like we could have made some substitutions a little earlier. So, yeah, I would have brought him on sooner. And quite possibly, I probably would have brought him on for Haaland. Because, again, I want to make sure Haaland is playing, staying, in that momentum, but also give him a rest, take 20 minutes to your point, and go from there. And I think for the most part, I haven't looked at when the goals were scored, but I think for the most part, we had the game wrapped up by that point. So I think that could have happened. Yeah, I think that could have happened, and I think that would have been a great substitution if we could have.
The trouble is, Tariq, all fans that were doing it in the stadium make sub at 3-0. Everyone becomes backseat managers.
Sure,
everyone starts making subs and do that. But these are the people who don't realize. You take Haaland off for 65 minutes in the Champions League, he's going to give it a death stare. How dare you do that to me? Some of these players don't want to get subbed at the same time. And for me, I think Pep's actually managing the squad better than he's ever done before, actually. So there's going to be a time where Marmoush will play.
Absolutely.
I believe because of this Club World Cup,
AFCON.
Because of the AFCON, I honestly think that's part of the reason. I don't think you'll see Marmoush properly until after he comes back.
Yeah, I'm with you.
So when he's back, because Ain't Nori's not playing at the minute, really.
Yeah.
But Ain't Nori's going to the AFCON. So, like you said, what's the point in bringing them in, getting them all fit and raring to go, and then in 4 weeks, bye. Because don't forget, after Liverpool, you're on a 2-week hiatus again. We're back into internationals.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, but a lot of those will go to international, so they're not really getting a break.
Pep's going to listen. Pep's going to listen.
Back and they'll go again. They're going to be straight out the door again.
Yeah. Pep's going to listen to us. He's going to listen to Kells. He's going to listen to True City Fan. And he's going to put Holland and Marmouche as starters in one game up and coming, and then we'll all be satisfied and be cool with it.
Anyway, let's get to the good stuff. Can I ask a question? Anyone think, because I thought Dortmund were very rough and ready for the first 10, 15 minutes. Anyone think there was a sneaky red in there a little bit? We had a bit of a debate on the group chat, on the Mancunian Way group chat during the game. Rich was adamant it was a red.
Rangers or?
On Savino, yeah. Like the 15
the one on Savino.
Yellow card on Svensson, I think his name was. I think that's who got the yellow.
I'm not. It was at the other end of the ground from me, so I don't know.
Borderline.
I was right at the other end, so I'm not seeing it back.
It didn't look like, and I'll just say this for me. It didn't look like a red for me. I know maybe the angle he came down on was, but I think it was more like a bang bang for me. And you can't take. I mean, this is a physical sport at the end of the day, but I don't think it was any malintent behind it. I just think they were both going for the ball. Savino got there first. And unfortunately for Savino, you're going to get caught sometimes when you're both going in for a ball. If this was the Premier League, we would just say, get up. It's just, and UCL is a little bit softer. So, we look at things a little bit closer. But if this is the league, I wouldn't have thought twice about it.
I thought the Borrisia on Doku was maybe closer to a red than the Savino one, personally. Yeah. He could have, it was potential for like a leg break there. It wasn't, it wasn't a red, but it was closer, in my opinion.
Yeah. Right. And then obviously the opening goal from Philip Walter Foden. As I've been told to say in the group chat, has he been watching Cole Palmer? I was told to say that by somebody.
What?
Well, I got told to say.
What are we doing here?
Who in your group chat would say some mess like that?
I'll give you one guess.
That had to be Elliot. Yeah, that had to be Elliot.
I'm not gonna guess.
No. Elliot's not in the Mancunian Way group chat. Begins with A.
Oh, that's Alan. Yeah, that's Alan. Yeah.
To be fair, Palmer does have that finish in him, where it's a little bit going across the grass a little bit. I can see it.
Because they were like, oh, look, he's been learning off Cole Palmer. I told you should have watched Cross. I said, no, BA.
Wow.
He was comparing it to the Holland goal scored.
Not having it. No. Phil's been showing that quality for a very long time. The fact that we can see that he's
big up, Steve. Lovely to see you, mate.
Hey, Steve Black.
We've missed you. Oh, someone's phone's going. So yeah, everyone happy. I mean, because one thing people have been saying is Foden needs to shoot more from far out.
I mean, but he does. I mean, he hasn't. I mean, I feel like he takes quite a few shots from outside the box or just inside the box. I feel like when I see Foden score, it's that, he's coming in on his left and it kind of whips it around, curves it around the defender into the. Yeah, I think that he takes that shot quite a bit. Yeah. So I mean, I think because we know he has it in his locker, we want to see him take it. But I'm not. Yeah.
Yeah. Let me go on a mini rant here, man.
I like your
mini rant because a lot of people. I know a lot of people. Have been.
Ed, 1 minute, 1 sec. Can I just quickly do these super chats very quickly? Yeah. I will let you rant away. Bite your dick off. Thank you for the 18 months, mate. You, sir, are a legend. Thank you so much. Motivation Live with the 1999. Thank you so much for your kind generosity. Alvarez helped us win, and Kelsey's telling the truth. The reality is Pep threat, was reluctant to rotate. Alvarez helped us win. Kelly's telling the truth. Danielle Lowe tell the truth.
Hey, shout out Danielle.
Danielle, Alvarez wanted to leave from day one. Come on. You know that. But thank you very much for your 1999. 499 again. He's chucking his money in here. An informed Mamouche, a confident Mamouche makes us much better.
He's a big Marmouche fan, it sounds like.
Thank you, Daniela. Appreciate that. Right, go on your rant, Ed. Go on.
No, man, because it's just crazy, man, because we got to remember something, right? This is a guy that, has been at the club for a very long time. I think he's already reached the youngest in Man City history, reaching 200, 250 appearances. And we've seen this guy grow up in front of our eyes. And the way this guy has been treated by some of the people in this fan base, talking about selling him, talking about he's worse than Cole Palmer, talking about all these other agendas they have on the guy. You got to remember what you have sometimes. And people don't realize what they have sometimes. This is and I'll say it, this is a generational talent. When he is at his peak, he's up there with the best of them in the world. And the shit this guy has been given about his family, about himself, we got to do better sometimes. But I tell you this right now. This season, I'm not going to say he's back to his best, but he's going up the gears right now. And we maybe not, in the Premier League, he's moving a little bit slower, but on UCL, the biggest stages, he's performed. So this back to lad, he's an academy lad. We can't forget that either. And tonight like this, he reminds a lot of people out there why he's special. And he's indeed special.
I'm going to talk about that in a bit, Andrew. Don't you worry. Because I thought when he squared up to Haaland, it was piss funny, actually, mate. But I will talk about Emre Can when he came on. Yeah, I'm totally with you. Anyone else want to wax lyrical on Phil Walter Foden?
He's been doing this all season too, but the haters aren't going to recognize it, including certain corrupt football judges out there.
Do you think he's better in the deeper role as an 8?
Yes.
Do you think we've been misprofiling him as a 10? Including myself, by the way. I've said he was a 10, but I'm starting to think he's a deep lining 8.
I loved it, man. He's dictating the tempo. He's
that's what I'm thinking.
Running the show, and he's setting up the chances for somebody better than him at it, being a 10 like Tijani Rangers or Ryan Cherki to pull off those better passes. And I think it's just as important, man. We call it the hockey assist. I love it, man. I love what I'm seeing from Foden. I think he's been good all season, and he's going to carry us places. Him and Cherki is a great combo. I know they didn't start today, but I thought Tijani looked very good today next to Foden. And I think it was because Foden is just so damn good and he's making Tijani better. So I loved it, man. I agree with everything Ed said too. Anybody who wanted to sell Phil Foden, I think you need to find another team.
Yeah. I definitely want to agree with Ed wholeheartedly. I'm not from Manchester, but at the end of the day, this is my club, and he is one of our own, right? I think not only is it disgraceful for us to have, for us as a fan base to have stooped as low as to be talking about him out, getting him out and all this other stuff, but I think we should go a step further and we should be protective of him, not letting other fan bases and all those other people, treat him the way that he gets treated. Because, if you say anything about Saka, Arsenal fans or, whatever, we need to be that same level of protective because we know how good he is. He may never get his full credit from the rest of, footy fandom. I don't really care about that, but I'm not going to just sit here and let you slander that man. He's amazing. Him, his family, all that kind of stuff. Don't do that. He's an amazing kid. And it is great to see him coming back to his best. I thought about, on our stream last night, we saw what Liverpool fans did to Trent Alexander-Arnold yesterday. The way that they booed him, the way that they defaced his mural and all those things. I pray that we as a fan base never get to that place. First of all, I pray to God that he never leaves. But if he does, let's not do that. And no, I'm not trying to get invited on a fishing trip. I'm a city dude. I don't go fishing.
Yusuf, too soon.
Yeah, I'm a city
soon,
dude.
Yusuf.
I don't have that kind of confidence or patience.
Phil Foden tonight passed Ronaldinho.
Cade.
UCL.
should have scored that rebound. What, the one in the first half that came at him at 150 miles an hour off Ireland?
Oh,
it was still weird to see it go. It was like if he wouldn't have been offside, there would have been a lot of people complaining. Let's just be honest. They would have complained because it's Savio.
That's what I mean, though. But it came at him at about 100 miles an hour. There's no way you're doing that.
It's just because he was so close.
Yeah, this is my point. When you are looking for something, you're going to find it. And that's the problem. People aren't judging certain plays fairly at the moment. Rajak's on mute.
I don't know if I'm looking for it, but I do see it a lot. It just happens to come across my screen where there's a chance to score and not quite for Savinho. So I think I'd have scored that one.
Wow.
If you'd have scored that one, you
would
be
right, Jack?
Wrong word.
Listen, I wouldn't be in the position to score it, but if you would transport me to be in that one spot where the ball ricocheted, I'm tapping it in.
What's your celebration if you score?
Oh, gosh. Probably do this. Find my wife in the crowd. Do one of these. Gareth Bale.
People are being very harsh on the Savio thing there.
I thought he was really good. I thought he was really, really good today. He seemed to be playing more decisive. He wasn't like between two minds. He was very much decisive. He felt like he was trying to make things happen. Unfortunately, didn't get the goal. And, but I thought he was really good. And I think with the criticism that he got after the last match, he needed to be good. So good for him.
I thought he was,
yeah.
But some people will never be satisfied with him. I think.
Well, not until he gets goals. Not until he gets goals.
Big up, Vader.
Big up, Vader.
Big up.
I did check that the number does change when you subscribe to his channel. So big ups.
I saw he picked up a subscriber on the stream.
I did it. Yeah.
I've never said it should be sold.
Who should be sold? Savio?
I've never said it should be sold.
Oh, do you want to hear a wild Foden take? I was on a show. It was a mixed panel. They're doing the comparison. It wasn't Foden Saka. Arsenal fans picked Eze over Foden. I almost lost it. I literally almost just said, "I'm done watching football." I was like, how? I couldn't believe it. It was just the worst agenda I've seen in my life.
Yeah.
In Foden's worst season, he did more than yeah.
Foden was awful last season. He had 20 GNA in all comps. In his worst season, apparently. 20 GNA in all comps.
I would argue that Daku is better than Eze.
I would too.
Ooh.
I think Marmouche is better than any attacker on Arsenal too.
Big up the LB Raiders. Welcome. Hope you are all well.
Big up LB fam.
Savinho and Doku are both more than good enough. They need time and support. They're huge confidence players. I thought they were both very good today.
They're both getting better too this season. Like even from the start of the season to now, they've both improved, both of them.
I mean, people said about the volley. Jesus, if that volley had gone in, it was goal of the season. It's not that easy to score that volley at, like on the side like that. I'm like, people played football before. I know everyone's like crazy in the bit, like big up the Raiders, big up Matty Mag. Please, Arsenal fans. Trouble is, guys, we expect to have worldies every time they step on the pitch. They are human beings. They are. One thing I did notice tonight, do you know, it was the back-to-back home games. I don't know if you realise this, where we've had less possession than the opposition again.
Yeah, and I think we look good in that role. I think, the team we have right now is more suited to that. I think the times I've seen us get in trouble is when we do try to play out from the back. And I think John Stones had a moment where he was literally on.
I think that was Josh Scholes' issue tonight. I think he was trying to play out from the back. Because one thing I'll give Josh Scholes credit on, when he did make those silly passes tonight, he was the guy recovering the issue. And I like to see that from a player. A player who does make a bad pass, they go back and they rectify it. And I saw Josh Scholes doing that. So big up Josh Scholes for that. He was excellent at it. But I think there's certain players that have been used to playing one way, and it takes time for them to go and change to another way. And that's all I think it was.
But I noticed that we do play more out from the back in UCL than the Premier League right now. I don't know if you guys agree with that or not.
Well, Raja, what do you think? Do you think that?
We play more out the back in the Prem than in the UCL?
No.
Oh, no, other way.
Other way.
Oh, the other way. I think I would have said it the other way if you had asked me which way we play more out the back personally, but I don't know. I would have to really focus to watch that. I don't know.
Do you know what? For me, I don't have an issue with it. For me, I think if you can have added strings to your bow, you can have a plan A, B, C, and D for your opposition. I think it's good, and I would agree. And I think we'll see it even more going into each transfer window moving forward in the type of players that we will see. And like Blue, I said, it's a lot more easier to do it when you've got an opposition that want to come and have a go at you. Dortmund were very free scoring in this Champions League so far. In the 3 games they played previously, they scored 4 in each game. But in the Bundesliga, they're not doing that. But Dortmund seem to want to have a go in this competition. So it helps the way we can play. We can get them on the transition. We can go quicker. And I think you'll see, didn't Biana mention that? We're going to look for big, powerful units that are going to be more sort of run that midfield. Because I think Pep realised midfield was a massive issue last season. And I think he's thinking, you know what? I need to correct it. You're going to lose Bernardo. You're going to lose Kovacic likely. We're going to look at maybe bringing in... You've lost O'Reilly to left back now, because I wouldn't change O'Reilly out from... I won't put him back in midfield right now. I'd keep him where he is. So you might need to buy a couple of midfielders, which could be Wharton, Belay, but whoever, Anderson, whoever he wants at that point. And I'm happy with that.
I think we should look at that in January, though, with the Kovacic injury, just to give us that extra coverage.
Yeah. And then obviously Haaland with the second goal. Doku, excellent run, lovely jink. Jinked and jagged, as Danielle would say. Put the ball in, and Haaland just with the left foot, sweet finish, bang.
Reminded me of the Sergio Gomez pass to him a couple of years ago.
Yeah. Oh, against United. Yeah.
Yeah. That goal, though, I was thinking about it. A lot of times throughout the game, early on in the game at least, Savinho was going down the right-hand side, Doku was going down, and they were just pinging balls across. And it's, eventually you keep doing that, and one of them's going to get through. And Haaland ends up, he holds his run a little bit, and the defenders go a bit too far. Ball creeps through, and he just, pounds it into the net. It was a beautiful goal. It's one of my favorite Haaland goals to see, when he can come onto it, coming at him on his left foot. They're just sexy goal. I loved it.
The power on that too. I was like,
yeah,
he would have taken the keeper's head off if the keeper had been anywhere close to it.
Mm-hmm.
Like that thing was like,
yeah, there was no stopping that. There was no
that
saving
was like
that
a
shot.
200 mile an hour like fastball. I thought that was crazy.
Yeah. And so it was great. You're going in at 2-0. You're happy as Larry. And then we got another repeat from the first one. Phil Foden again.
Even better the second one as well.
Yeah.
Oh, so good.
That second one was sublime. It was sublime.
It was KBBS, right? It was like KBBS.
It was Cole Palmer-esque.
Calm down, Alan.
Don't feed it.
Look at him. He's feeding it, innit? He's doing it on purpose. Oh, got another super chat from Daniela. Thank you, mate. Appreciate that. Tell these rant was beautiful, but this. Oh, Ed, tell Ed these rant were beautiful, but there is a results-based business. My great showed how for work 95 and overtime. You want to be a great, show up and show it. And I said, protect and we expect. I get that. But I mean, Foden was just that finish was just exquisite. I think we came out in the second half with a little bit more tempo, and I think there was a little bit of 1-2 touch passing going on in that first half that I thought was very good. Obviously, the game changes at 2-0 because Dortmund have to push up to get something now at this point. So you do get that little bit more space. Thought Nico G, by the way, was exceptional again tonight. Nunes exceptional.
So we thought about Nico. Go ahead, Kel.
Oh, dude. I can't say enough about this guy. The amount
I have an agenda. I have an agenda, apparently, so I'm keeping quiet.
Well, yeah,
Is it an agenda for or against Nico G? It's got to be for, right?
No, apparently it was against him.
All last season, Martin would, every time you'd bring him up over the summer, you'd be like, well, he's not playing in the Club World Cup because he lost the ball against Everton in that one game. That's
But he wasn't the Nico G now.
He wasn't. No, I agree with you on that, but I still think he was one of our better options because that midfield, the reason the midfield was so awful last season is it lacked any physicality whatsoever. So by default, big body in there helped us, and we stopped getting carved through as much, even before he'd gotten better. But anyways, well, I keep saying I'll stop talking about last season, but I failed on that account. But no, but Nico G, man, like you can see the improvement just from the beginning of this season. Like he was not that good in the Spurs game. Like he had that mistake. Him and Trafford kind of combined on that second goal.
Yeah, exactly.
Total mistake.
He was struggling at the beginning.
I think part of it is just confidence
what happened
too.
During that international break, I don't know if he just sat there and watched film the whole time on the iPad. Because if you watch these Inside City videos, he's sitting there on the iPad watching himself.
He watched the Mancunian way and he went, I'm proving Martin wrong. So big up Nico J, you learn.
Yeah, he's been just the past like 4 or 5 games. I'm just
hang on, we're getting a run in.
Hey,
what's going on, man?
Get out of here. No.
You're right.
No, I'm impressed with Nico G, man. And like I said, I'm dying to see Nico G and Rodri play together. I think we can cook with that.
I agree.
We can win the Champions League this season with that. Plus the others, of course. Not two of them by themselves, but with put them in the spine of the team with Foden, with Haaland, with Vardiol and Diaz and Donnarumma. Oh, we can win everything with those.
I wish Rodri was healthy enough for Saturday or Sunday. Because having Rodri, Nico G, and then you could have Phil and then Cherki on it, because then they could be free. Oh, that would be so beautiful. But one day, it's coming. Too. It's coming.
I'm envisioning just let four people let Nico G and Rodri kind of hang back. One of them, they can pick and choose who goes forward, and then the other 4 can just run riot. And if they lose the ball, Nico G's a great duel winner, and so is Rodri. They can get the ball back and they can get it back with pace and power and quick. Fast. So that's my dream for this season. I think we might get there by the end of the season, but I think it'll be a few months until we kind of find that. But dude, that the possibilities are just so exciting. Like just thinking about it.
When are you thinking, Marty Mag? Let me know when you're thinking. One thing I will say, by the way, my biggest compliment I give Nico G is we don't miss Rodri at all. And you don't even know.
First time we've been able to say it too.
I put him in the same bracket as Mateus Nunes, but they're both comfortable in their role right now. They know what they're doing.
The confidence levels are at all times high. Because to your point, Mateus Nunes, I don't take him out of the lineup. He's been great.
He's been really good.
Yeah.
You're right.
He's improved a lot as well.
Yeah. So I think part of it is just playing the confidence. And we said last season the whole team was bad. So, yeah, everybody looked bad. And we're playing much, much better as a squad. But also individually, people are just being able to, they're looking a lot better because they're not being dragged down by everything that's going on around them.
No, he's too tall for that, Steve. That's a He-Man reference in case anybody missed it.
What was the comment? Oh,
Nico G could be Ram Man. Ram Man's like a little shorty. He's like literally 3 foot tall. I'm like, Nico G's giant. He's like 6 foot, 2 or 3?
Isn't that He-Man?
It is He-Man.
That's what she said.
Steve Black knows that I love He-Man, so he's been dropping some He-Man references in the chat. So.
Let's move on to another player that had a very nice cameo. Ryjack, can you tell us about Cherki?
Oh, Cherki, man. I could go on for days about the aesthetically pleasing way this guy plays the game. I mean, it is really getting to a point where when the lineup comes out, if Cherki's not in it, all the comments are, "Where's Cherki? Why are we not starting Cherki? What's going on with Cherki? How can we not start Cherki?" Like it's getting a little intense with the Cherki hype, and I mean it's semi-warranted. The guy is just
semi. I think it's more than semi.
It's very warranted. The guy is different than, I would say, 99% of professional footballers. Like, he just does things that other players don't even attempt to do. Like the back heel on the sideline was beautiful. His goal, I'm thinking, when is he gonna shoot? He just keeps going, and the ball is like glued to his foot. And I mean, it was beautiful. It was beautiful to watch. I'm a big Ryan Cherki fan. So
Pep Guardiola getting a hold of Cherki, man, he's gonna turn that guy into a superstar. I think he's. Mm-hmm. I think Cherki, like, the sky is the limit, man, and he just needs Pep Guardiola to just.
I think he already is. He just went under the radar because of where the club he was at prior with Lyon,
and all the conversation around him.
I don't know how anyone else didn't sniff that out 2 years ago. Even like he was showing the signs. But I'm so glad they didn't, man. I'm so glad we ended up with him.
Yeah,
it's just the maverick factor of Ryan Cherki that is just such a. It's just something new for in terms of the team itself, the team characteristics, something that we've probably been lacking since. I'm not going to say Balotelli because I'm sure we've had a couple of other people who've had a bit of a maverick. Even Haaland in his first season was a little bit maverick in a way, and the way he used to handle everything from the media to the fans to opposition and things like that. So, it's just something completely different. And again, what still is incredible is the fact that he's only 20 and he's got the experience of about 3 or 4 years of experience playing in Europe, because Lyon have always been sitting around the fringes of European competition anyway. So everything that we're going to see over the next few years is just nothing but on the up and up and up for me. I'm going to put his development now will just be similar to, like, maybe probably not the same, but in a similar sort of vein of like Rico Lewis, where I always thought, like, until we see the 25, 26, 27, like prime year Rico Lewis, we may not see the best of him. And I think with Ryan Cherki, we're seeing some very, very good things. But you got to remember, this guy's 5 years away from his prime. So everything you do now is just prepping you for the best years ahead. And if we're already seeing some fantastic football and just to come in with like a breath of the fresh air with the way he plays, then everything he's going to do for future seasons is going to be nothing short of incredible. So I'm so hyped to have Cherki in the squad, and not just because of what he's doing now, but even better things are coming.
Yeah, I think him scoring or creating against Liverpool on the weekend is gonna hit like crack. It's gonna be so dope. Oh my god,
I love it, man.
I'm interested how they fit, how we figure out Rodri, Nico G, Foden, Cherki, Tijani, and even Bernardo as well. How you figure out what the best three or main core is out of that group, because they're all in their own way very, very good and important.
Well, right, Jack, I think it's something that we could probably debate for hours on end, to be honest. But one thing's for certain, given the form that we've had over the last 3 or 4 days, couldn't have asked for better performances from the squad going into a tough match this weekend. That was everything you could ask for that squad and more going into what is going to be a very, very important game.
To that point, we had been seeing Liverpool had been struggling, and then of course right before they play us, they had 2 really good games, and everybody was concerned because they're back in form right in time for our match, whatever. But then we go out and put probably our best performance, definitely goal scoring wise. So I just think both teams are going to come into that match on a high. I do think. I just put it out there. I do think we win this match.
Wow.
A goal and assist every 45 minutes.
Yeah,
that's crazy. That is crazy.
That is a nut stat.
And again, you compare that, or not compare, but when you have Haaland on the goal scoring form that he's on, if you put him in space or you get him good chances are you're going to get an assist off of that. And I just think Cherki has demonstrated an ability to get that man the ball in good spaces, and so it's awesome to see.
Well, I've got a little stat for you here that Ed shared with me. No, it wasn't Ed, it was somebody else. Do you know Phil Foden has now scored more goals than Sean Goater?
Yeah, I think I saw that earlier today.
So he's already over 100 career goals this season.
104 goals. Sean Goater had 103. So is it now?
Did anybody see the other stat that Haaland's now the first player in history to score in 5 consecutive Champions League games for 3 different clubs?
Wow, that's awesome.
Are we rattling off stats? Because I got one also.
The two very much the same players, and we'll get. And the thing is, see, where I'm thinking he won't do that is because what do you do with Phil? Because I'm presumably going to do that to push Nico G more forward or Rodri more forward, but that's going to take away Phil's ability. I don't envision a game where you can get Phil, Cherki, Mamouche, Rodri, and all these in together. I don't think you can. Because unless you're going to,
I can do it on whatever EAFC. Why can't Pep do it?
I look at it as an
that, ladies
upgraded
and
version
gentlemen,
of
where your agendas come
remember
from.
how
Exactly.
Pep would play Rodri and Kovacic next to each other, and Rodri would push forward sometimes, and Kava would stay back, and sometimes Kava would push forward, and Rodri would stay back. I could just see it being
Foden
like that.
not going to get a Foden and Rodri, or Foden and Nico not going to get in each other's way.
I think it can be figured out because that's the thing is Rodri. People don't like to say this about him, but Rodri is an 8 also. He's a world-class 8 as well as being a world-class 6. And Nico is already an 8. So I think they could figure it out. But
for now, I just think the Rodri and Nico on the field together is very niche. I think it works in certain situations. Like
there's not something you
if
do
you're
all
starting
the time.
against Liverpool,
just
probably
in some
not.
games, not all the time.
Probably not. But if you need a midfield like that to stop, say, Joel Linton and Bruno Guimaraes, when we play Newcastle and you're holding on to a 2-1 lead with about 20 minutes to play, that's the sort of midfield you'd want.
Yeah, or throw it. If you're leading with 15 minutes to go at the Bernabeu, throw that on.
You didn't like what he said, Martin? You just kicked him off the screen? Man.
No, Pat's having issues with his laptop at the moment.
It's the camera in the browser. The camera doesn't agree with the browser. It's an absolute piece of shite.
By the way, I noticed Amar's not in here tonight. Amar's been slagging Foden off for a very long time. Amar, show yourself. Ed, you're on mute.
No, I said we got at him at LB's watch along. Trust me, we got at him. We got at him at LB watch along.
No, we love Amar. You don't really know what you're going to get from him, to be honest.
I think he even came in our watch along for a minute.
Do you know what? I mean, I
know Ed was there a few times.
I think tonight, I know I keep saying it, I think that was our best all-round performance of the whole season when it comes to the opponent, the way we played, the movement. I think because people should not underestimate how good Dortmund have been this season. And it's a very tough team. I know it's a young team. I know it's an up-and-coming team. But same with Bournemouth. But Sunday is going to be so intriguing as well. So we'll move on Sunday. 10 points now. Are we fourth in the...
Fourth.
Yeah.
Fourth, aren't we?
Fourth.
Wow.
Is everyone confident that will... Because Bayern Munich are clear, then Arsenal, then Inter Milan, they won 4 out of 4.
Yeah.
We're
halfway through the group stage, and you can already start to see
crazy.
the established clubs starting to form in the top 8 already. So, as you said, Bayern, Arsenal, Inter, City, PSG, Newcastle, Real Madrid, Liverpool, and then literally within 2 points of Liverpool, you've got standouts here. You've got Spurs, Barcelona, Chelsea, Dortmund, and Atletico 3 points behind in 17 on 6 points. So it is a little bit bunched up at the moment, but it is starting. You can see it's starting to form.
It's a great point Curtis has made. Arsenal and Bayern are going to play each other as well next match day.
Yeah,
that's right.
So
one of them is going to drop points somewhere.
They don't play the same day as us. Oh, they shouldn't play the same day as us. That might be a good watch.
I believe our next game is it Leverkusen? Is it Leverkusen?
Leverkusen, then Madrid.
On the 25th, I think, is the end of November, and then Dortmund's on the 10th, I think. I'm sorry, Madrid's on the 10th. Yeah.
Are there only 7 games?
You've got 10.
No, 8. We're halfway through. 4
1 then.
Yeah, so you've got 10
Galatasaray.
Oh, that's it. Galatasaray. Ooh. Oh, God. Gundogan coming home. Uh-oh.
I know I'm going to get slugged off for this. I'm going to say we beat Bodo Glimt. Still think it'll be tough, but we should beat Bodo Glimt. Should. So that's 13.
Yeah.
Galatasaray, I don't know because that's match day 8, so we'll have to see where we're at in terms of where everyone's at.
Yeah, and just for the record, Galatasaray are currently in 9th on the table.
Mm.
And they got a good win tonight, I believe.
I'm making a bold statement. I watched that Real Madrid game last night. We can definitely get something at the Bernabeu. We can get something.
I agree.
They are really bad.
That's what worries me with Bodo Glint. You go into the bloody Arctic, whatever it is.
They don't do light shows there. They do Aurora Borealis shows.
That one, Harlan and Bob. Harlan and Bob, your front two right there.
Yeah.
Because you'll need your snoods and your bloody everything there. That's all.
I think if we beat Leverkusen, I think we pretty much secure it because that would put us on 13. I think we need 15 to really secure it. So I think if we beat Leverkusen next up, we should be 1 foot in the door for that.
It'd be so helpful too, because I think a lot of us want us to make that Carabao Cup run. So that would be 2 extra games if we make the semifinal, which I think we should, since I think we can beat Brentford even with a rotated squad. So that would be 2 extra games we'd have to play in a semifinal. So it'd be really nice to get in this top 8 to take 2 games off the schedule and kind of, balance it out that way.
Yeah, well, we've got the Liverpool. Then we come back 22nd for Newcastle away. Then on the Tuesday, it's Leverkusen at home. Then we go into December. Real Madrid is in between Sunderland and Palace away, which isn't too bad. Palace away, Sunderland's
Palace away ground.
Then you've got the Wednesday night, the quarterfinal against Brentford. And then you don't play Bodo Glint. Because I'm just looking at it now. We play Real Madrid on the 10th. We don't play Champions League again
January.
21st of January or something. So it's like 5 weeks. Yeah.
20th of January, which is Bodo Glint. So you've 5 weeks off.
And I said previously too, Martin, I think it's important trying to wrap up that Champions League top 8 ASAP too, because if we do make the 2 legs of the Carabao Cup semi-final, I believe the first leg was wedged in between some pretty tough fixtures, but I'm pretty sure the second leg was in between Spurs and Liverpool away.
Yeah, I would agree. Listen, I'm not going to lie. If it was Madrid,
Sunderland home and away is only like a month apart, Kel. Less than a month.
That's
Madrid
wild.
at the Bernabeu.
I thought we played them more closer to the run-in.
I hate Madrid at the Bernabeu. I just hate them because I just know what Real Madrid are a different beast at home. They always are.
Yeah,
they're a different beast under that place. They'll close the roof, they'll make it everything, and they'll just come at us.
Yeah.
So it is.
And they'll find a way
some ghosts. There's some ghosts
stages too.
Yeah,
there's a really good run-in.
And there's a bit of grit there as
really
well. And now, there's rumours now coming out with Haaland and Madrid from probably the Spanish area. It is what it is.
They're just saying that because Madrid are not good, so they're trying to hype their fan base up.
Yeah.
Well, they're saying it because one of those 2 up top has to go, and you think you're going to get a bunch of money for it, and that just automatically means that Haaland's going to come to us, as if that's all that it's about. Again, just like we saw with Pep,
a 10-year contract.
Yeah,
they're not going to pay $200 million for him.
A lot of reports of Vinny to Saudi.
That's what I was going to say. That's what they're banking on.
Always welcome back. We miss you, mate, and get well soon.
It's a fair question. It's like a side kind of question, but if Vinny was available,
no,
absolutely not.
Vinny was available.
Just rinse and repeat.
Well, you already know where he's going, Martin.
Saying would we want him at City?
Now?
I'm just saying. No, not Vincent Kompany. Vinny Jr. at Real Madrid. Sorry.
Right, Vinny Jr. No.
Yeah, no. Sorry. I still say no because I knew what you were asking.
I've heard some stuff about
I saw your video.
He would not pass our character test. I'll just say that.
I'm just saying.
If I wanted an asshole in the stadium, I'd put Alan in there. You know what I mean? I don't.
I mean, I did the video on it, and it was like 90%. Nobody wanted that, but
the same guy that doesn't even.
I saw your video.
Goes down the tunnel. Nah, mate.
I don't need that. He's a player that I think Pep would literally just pounce all over every 30 seconds.
Yeah.
Just saying.
I've heard some stuff about him. He would not pass our character test. We'll just say that.
Anyone who disrespects their own manager like that, I don't care if you think you're bigger than. Nah, not for me. Not for me.
Such a diva.
And I understand, in the heat of the moment, things happen, but I don't want. Well, I mean, you get subbed off, you're upset, you're frustrated, but it's not a one-off thing. It happens. It seems to happen consistently.
Yeah, and then all that Ballon d'Or
So,
stuff. I'm not going. We're doing. No, he's a baby.
Yeah.
I don't need crybabies.
I mean, he's a Real Madrid player. There's a little bit of an entitlement because they feel they're the biggest club in the world. So I think there is a certain amount of entitlement. And I think, to his credit, he was the man at Real Madrid until Kylian Mbappe showed up. And now they can't figure it out trying to play them both together. So,
I've got a question for you guys. Under Pep, who would be a bigger handful for Pep to deal with? Vinny Jr. or Balotelli?
Ooh.
Probably Balotelli.
Who would be
Balotelli?
Yeah.
But
he's actually one of my favorite City players ever.
Balotelli makes me laugh every time I see him.
Balotelli was part of the reason Mancini was out the door.
Yeah.
No, man. Yeah,
I asked a question a couple weeks ago on my stream, and I was like, because all the people that are becoming streamers now, we saw Doku become a streamer, we've seen Haaland become a streamer. Who would you have liked to have seen as a streamer? And Balotelli, what City player would you have loved to? If Balotelli was a streamer during his time, or content creator, that would have been amazing.
He wouldn't flex his money; he'd flex all the parking tickets.
That would have been an amazing stream.
He might end up in jail if he videoed his life behind the
Do you know what I would have liked? Two. Stephen Ireland. Some will remember Stephen. He was a great player, but he was a. And also, I wouldn't mind seeing Jack Grealish do a bloody.
I knew you were
God, Jack Kyle Walker too. That'd be interesting.
Yeah, well, I think we're too far away from the point. We're at a stage where Haaland is going to be the world's #1 striker in the world, but it's just a side hustle.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. He's going for Mr. Beast numbers.
Man of the match. Everyone, Foden. Everyone agree with that, or anyone got anything else?
He won it too.
Yeah, it is Foden for sure.
Yeah.
Who gets honorable mention?
Sorry, I'm laughing at Curtis.
Don't go a shout for that. See, I'm not a total hater.
Nico G?
Yeah, Nico G.
Nico J.
Oh,
so good. Reinders was good.
Reinders got 2 assists. We forgot about that.
Reinders had a very good game.
I think I think Reinders suits Champions League better than he suits Premier League.
Is it just the time on the ball?
I agree with that.
The space?
Yeah.
Pacing,
I think Reinders will get to grips with the Premier League soon. I just think the Champions League, you get a bit more time where you don't. In the Premier League, I think Rick made a great point about Savinho. Savinho seems to suit the Champions League more than he does the Premier League. Because in the Premier League, he gets tag teamed and 3-teamed. Yeah. In the Champions League, how many times even Doku tonight, the ball from to right to the left, and they were in acres of space. You don't get that in the Premier League.
No.
I feel like Reinders isn't too far off from having his shooting boots, because the last 2 games he's had some really good pops at goal. He's just hit him at the keeper.
Right at the keeper,
either at the keeper or perfect saving height. So once he's able to, he's got his direction fine, or he's got his pace of shot fine. Once he gets the direction fine, he'll start bagging him for us.
We're just talking about him now. See, just wait.
Yeah, we should let Reinders pick his confidence up in some of these Champions League games, because eventually it'll click in the Premier League. We just have to give him time. It's only been 10 Premier League games.
Andrew,
like,
no.
That's where the documentary is going to be. The YouTube channel is going to be filmed at the window.
The windmill or the helicopter.
Oh, that's good.
Don't know.
Yeah.
Helicopter. I tell you what, he's a lucky boy if he can do the bloody helicopter like that. Not every man can. Anyway, we'll move over.
Yeah, like and subscribe on the way out, please.
Yeah, we'll move. We'll move over to Sunday. Liverpool. The loser of Liverpool, are they out of the title race? I've heard this for the last few days, that they're out of it. It becomes a 2-horse race.
I don't think so.
What happens if we win?
We win and Arsenal win. He stays 6. If We lose, it can go to 9, it can go for 10 if Liverpool. That's why they're saying 10 points becomes, is it 10 or 11? Becomes a lot harder to.
It's 10 if Arsenal win and we beat Liverpool.
If Arsenal win, they go to 28. We go to 22. So we stay at 6. Liverpool are 7 behind. If they lose, they go to 10 if Arsenal win. So 10 points, yeah.
Does anybody think Sunderland can get something at home against Arsenal? Because, I mean, nobody expected Sunderland to come out of the blocks the way they have.
Yeah, I think it's going to be tough, but I don't even need Sunderland to win. Just draw.
Yeah, just get a draw.
Just get a draw. I'll take that all day. But I think Liverpool is out of it if they lose or whatever happens.
No.
Would I take a draw in our match?
Yeah.
No, we need to win.
No. I'm saying I want Arsenal. If Arsenal draw and they drop 2 points, yeah. But do I think Liverpool are out if they lose? No, because I wouldn't think we would be out if we lost. Now, is it going to be hard? Yes. Is it going to be difficult? Yes. Is it going to take some extra effort? Yes. But I wouldn't count us out, so I'm not going to count them out either.
Can you see Arsenal losing 4 games though, and Liverpool not losing again?
It's not about them losing 4 games. I could easily see them drawing a bunch of games, though.
Okay.
Because I think they
lose a lot of momentum once they get 1 or 2 draws.
Yeah, because I don't think that they have demonstrated an ability to really truly score through like the normal course of play. Right? It's set pieces. At some point, like they keep saying, Haaland's goals are going to dry up. I keep saying that the set piece goals are going to dry up. So we're going to see what's going to happen first.
Is out injured too, isn't he, Tariq?
He is injured, but I think that's just going to for a little bit. I think that's just for a little bit, like a game or two. I think he's probably back after the international break. But I think, so do I think they'll lose a bunch of games? No, but I think, just like they keep talking about the Invincibles or whatever, they drew a bunch of games. When we were tracking down and running down Liverpool back in the day, a couple years ago, it was because Liverpool was drawing games, not because they were losing. They would draw, and we would get, especially toward the end of the season, we would pick up full points. So I think that's what's more likely to happen.
Also, they're going to burn out. If you watch their games, they're still pressing at like 90 minutes. Like Saka's tracking back in the 90th minute, like trying to put a tackle in and stuff like that. That's going to catch up to them. I know they're claiming they've got this big rotation and all this stuff, and I'm like, when push comes to sub, we know Arteta's just going to play the same guys over and over again, and they're going to.
I also think.
I mean, they do have a lot of depth.
The enemy is their manager.
It's not quality though.
The manager doesn't make the right decisions at the
right time.
It's
not quality players on the bench. I don't think. I don't rate their depth.
You look at a lot of Arsenal fans. They still regret the biggest regret they have was when we played them at the Etihad this season. Was why didn't they start Eze? And when I saw the lineup came out for that game and they didn't start Eze, I was rubbing my hands thinking we have a chance here of getting something out of this. And we did. We played really, really well, despite the fact that they throw shade at us about the whole, parking the bus in the second half. Who cares? Like, it's Arsenal away. If you can get any points there, you're doing better than most of the league. But
they struggle against the park bus too. I don't know why people don't do it more to them.
March through to May, your manager needs to absolutely commit to what he wants to do with his players. And I think he just chops and changes too much, or he doesn't put the right lineup out there. The one that can execute, get you the victory through any means necessary, and that's the thing that Arteta's missing at the moment. He's not clutch enough. Now he may have the tools at his disposal this season to do it. Remains to be seen. And as Martin said a million times with the Arsenal fans, it's just like hold back, like just hold up, wait a minute, just be humble, wait and see what you can do. Because if it's rinse and repeat from previous seasons where you guys just drop points at the wrong time of the season, the rest of the league is going to come after you. All the other fan bases are going to come after you. So Arteta has to bring something into his game that he hasn't had in the last couple of seasons, and that's been able to get it over the line.
See, Louis, you're going to timeout. You do it again. Stop it. We're not doing Grand Prix talk. See, Sam says Arsenal will drop. I think City have to win.
Yeah,
we're at home. We have to win.
Not only that, I think if City get the 3 points on Sunday, I think it will really scare Arsenal.
Yeah, they'll start panicking for sure.
Scare them. Ed, well, where are you at? Do you think it will? I know we're going to talk this more tomorrow, but
for me, man, I'm backing us to get a win. I think the last couple of games, the momentum I know Liverpool has played. but I think the way we're playing and how we can play against them, letting them have the ball and counterattacking them with the players that we have at our disposal. I think we have a good plan against teams that want to press against us, wants to dominate the ball. And, I think Pep is willing to let them do that this season. So, it does depend on what the lineup Pep puts out there. I want to see Cherki out there. I want to see Bernardo in the midfield, along with Nico G. I want the back line that we've seen work, and I think I back us to get a win.
So you're going back to Diaz.
Yes.
Yeah.
Is anyone
I think that's our
Nunes,
best center back pairing.
No one bringing in Cushionell?
stays.
I don't know.
Not yet.
I don't think you need that for a
that's the game to do it.
I don't think you need that for a Gatpo or whoever.
No.
I watched him. Yeah, I watched him just bottle up Semenyo. I have no problem with him playing up against Gakpo or whoever they're going to throw over there.
It might be Florian Wirtz because they did succeed with him yesterday on the left.
Yeah, they put him on the left.
Everybody was overgassing that performance, and I was like, yeah, he had space. I don't think we'll give him that kind of space. And if Nunes could do that to Semenyo, I trust him to do it against Florian.
I'm going to be honest. I would take Semenyo out and bring Cherki in.
Yes.
I would probably go with the lineup we did against Bournemouth
Yeah, that worked.
Yeah,
that worked. And you've got a fresh Bernardo. You've got a fresh Diaz.
No Reinders.
I'll still do it.
But I think I'm good with that.
I think you need a Bernardo in there because Bernardo can move over to help Nico O'Reilly.
Well, I agree.
And he loves playing against Liverpool. He loves to just rile them up. They hate him so much. And
yeah,
that you say it, Martin. He's a shithouse. You need a shithouse for that game. So yeah, and Bernardo is fresh now.
Every fan base hates Bernardo, but they would die to have him in their team.
I'm going to say this again.
It's like
Bernardo Silva. Well, no one will realize what we had in Bernardo Silva till next season when Bernardo Silva ain't here anymore. And I promise you, within 5 games, we'll go, bloody hell, I wish we had him. We will.
That's the goal this season then is to try to get somebody on our team to be able to replicate some of it. I know they'll never be able to, but
Oscar Bob.
Because other than Bernardo, there's no other shit out in our team.
I love you, Ryjack. I love it. You're going to die on this Oscar Bob Hill one way or the other. I love it.
Give me the replacement guys.
I saw Oscar Bob ducking out of tackles against Aston Villa. I don't think.
No, I don't want to turn this into a Ryjack's dream show. I mean, my God. The guy's
when
back
it's minus Ryjack, when it's minus 16 up in Bodo Glimt, you'll probably get your wish.
And he'll get a hat trick if we play him. That's what I said.
Yeah.
Or he'll give Holland a bunch of assists.
You know what? What
the talk will then be is, he's only good on artificial turf.
Do you know what worries me on Sunday is I can imagine it's going to have so much hype behind it. And you know all these big games that have all this hype and everyone thinks it's going to be a cracker. And then it's going to be a really dour. Because if we do what we've been trying to do the last 2 games and Liverpool bring in the tactic they had at the end last season, no one's going to want possession because we're both going to be trying to run through transition.
Yeah.
Someone's got to have the ball on Sunday.
No, we don't want it. You have it. Yeah.
So I mean, I don't want it. It's going to be like hot potato. We'll be giving it going. I don't want it. You have it because that's my only concern here is someone's going to have to take the ball.
Foden.
And that's just what we'll have to see. Because I'm telling you now, Slot will deploy the tactic he did last season. He'll give up possession. Pep will give up possession, and it'll be all right.
Yeah.
That's why I like
Bill
this
Foden, time for you to...
shoot. And we'll just see what happens, and we'll have this debate because on Friday, obviously tomorrow night, Thursday night chat. Friday, we've got Hussam and Jamie Phillips coming on for a live show at midday to go through that, which will be fun. So you've got to give Hussam a load of crap in the chat. You got to cook him. Cook him bad. Jamie's nice. Jamie's nice. He likes it. But no, you're going after Hussam. Come on, Mancunian Way family.
What time is that going to be at?
He'll appear because I know he's lurking around somewhere. I don't know who the ref is. Someone said it is Taylor, but I don't know who it is.
Oh,
But no, I'm going to say it again. I think we're in for a special season.
Go on,
I
Treble
think we
Father.
are.
We're winning something this season.
I'm
not
going
to
winning
go.
a trophy this season.
Treble
Say
Father and Treble Daddy is not coming out yet. No.
We're not far from January. Come on.
If we're still like this come Jan, I may pop it out.
Hang on, if we're still like this in January, it'll be quadruple, Father.
No, I just feel
you're reaching a bit too far, Martin. Come on.
Do you know what it is?
What
I
are you
feel
doing?
this team and Pep were hurt last season, and I think a lot of fans think that they weren't hurt. They were more hurt than anyone realizes, and I think that I've always said, Pep, the worst thing you can have is a wounded Pep Guardiola.
Beware the wounded tiger.
The guy looks focused. I mean, what pisses me off is what's this wearing a bloody smart suit on Champions League night? He wears bloody tracksuits on the Premier League.
It's the biggest stage.
Would you have had him wearing his Puma tracksuit at Istanbul?
Pardon?
Would you have him would you have him dressed like you are right now if it was Istanbul? Remember Istanbul? He was the most dapper looking man in the stadium.
Nah.
Second to me with my Hawaiian
Didn't even
shirt.
need a tie for that too.
You know when I managed, and I went and managed, we're on all, I was, in Olmie Club, we got to a cup final within a proper stadium and did the walkout and everything, and the other manager got suited a lot. I went out there, shorts and bloody everything on. Because I want to kick every single damn ball when I was running down the line with them.
When did you manage? I'm trying to understand this. Was it like a Sunny League team?
Yeah. I managed from under sixes all the way to open age. And we did the league and cup double. I was going to lose half my team to a semi-pro team. They all went. So, I was.
The finals with Tony Pulis. He wears the club shop. He wears the club shop.
We won the final 10-3. We smashed them.
Oh.
We were 3-0 down at half time.
Oh, I didn't realize.
Best half-time tea talk I ever gave. Best half-time, my God. I stuck my son, who was about 5 at the time, in the middle, and I went, right, bung, and they could hear me outside. I screamed. I said, I'm sick of being the bridesmaid.
I thought you did like an Alan Ball and just showed him some metal U one.
No, what? And I said, you make your decision. Do you want it or do you not? Make your fucking decision. And I walked out.
I'm sure we'll get a good Pep video clip.
I was calling them all shit. Yeah. Right. Final thoughts, because we've been going nearly an hour and a half. Gentlemen and ladies.
That was more than one ladies? Okay.
Well, lady.
A woman? No, just kidding. Great win today. Great win. I think these last two games have been
they weren't
our
6
two best performances.
No, sorry, reverse that. They were 19 at that point. They weren't. No. They weren't 6 when I was doing the swearing.
That's what he was saying. He beat the 6-year-olds in terms of cussing 10 swear words to 3.
Should have seen me on Parents' Evening.
So what was the score
Your
line?
child is absolute crap. No, it didn't. God.
You little shit.
They got 3 out of 10 on a test. How dare they? No.
Go ahead.
No, just saying, like these past two games, I think have been our two most complete performances so far. So it's nice. I think today was great. We got the result. We rotated nicely, so that I think we'll be really fresh for Sunday. And I'm excited for Sunday, but I have to watch a replay because I'm actually going to be on holiday, so I won't be watching live or anything like that. But I'm bringing the phone just to watch the
My
replay
nephew's going to Florida on Friday night. He's going to Florida.
Where are you going? Where are you going, Kelsey?
I'm going down to Central America.
Ooh,
I hope I am, because apparently they're going to start trimming. Apparently, because of the government shutdown, they said starting on Friday. Just my luck. They said they're going to start reducing airline capacity. So I have mentally started flipping out.
Well, TSA has been an issue at all the different airports. So trying to get through, make sure you get there early.
I have TSA free.
But I don't think Yeah, I would say. Yeah, I think now
I'm thinking about getting that for next time I travel over there.
I have TSA pre and global entry, so that I'm not worried about. It's just I'm just really nervous about getting my connecting flight because I have to fly to Los Angeles, LAX, and then to Guatemala from there, and like I have to get there like. I have like a 10-hour time span to get there because like I'm going on a tour and they'll pick you up from the airport, but like we're going an hour and a half out of town. And if I somehow miss my flight, then I think I have to get myself there. And I'm like, ooh, I don't want to do that. Like, I'm just like,
let me know how you go with that trip, Kel, because like Central America fascinates me. Like I've done Costa Rica, but that's it so far. But like those places like Guatemala, Nicaragua, like I would love to go check them out.
We know you.
This is my first time in Central America, so I'm excited to check it out.
We know about you.
Just doing Guatemala, but I'm so excited for it. It's gonna be so nice.
Sorry, Kel, you're really interrupted. Carry on.
No, I just saying like I've never been to Central America, so this is time to check it out. I'm dying to go to Costa Rica at some point, but I didn't do Guatemala this time. So
why don't you tell Kelster what happened when you went to
Costa Rica?
Costa Rica.
No, you went to Peru.
I went on tours every day. What are you on about?
Did a live show from his hotel room and just a random.
Jokes on you because that wasn't Central America.
Oh, I remember that. You were in like Colombia.
Stop trying to change the topic. That was South America, not Central.
I wasn't expecting a woman in a bra just to walk in the background.
Jokes on you because she wasn't in a bra.
Okay.
All I'm gonna say is if the 115 verdict drops, if the 115 drops and I'm anywhere near Wi-Fi, I'm coming on your 24-hour stream. I'm just gonna say that.
Are we expecting that, by the way, Nova? Are we expecting that?
I think so. I think so.
I think they've alluded to it.
Do you really think so, or are you just
coming together now for it to not happen?
When does it come out? Right, it doesn't come out in November.
It'll be 3 years in January.
Do you know what the Premier League is? I think the Premier League is looking for a distraction.
No, 2 years. Sorry.
They need something else to happen for it. Oh, by the way, 115. Yeah.
They said by the end of the year. We're in November now.
Yeah.
Oh, did they say by the end of the year?
Well, that's what they can't drag it into 2026.
You didn't think they could drag it into 2025 either. You didn't think they could drag it into 2025 either. It can keep going.
We need to declare mistrial.
Don't know.
Mistrial for no evidence.
We all hope it ends in November and ends in a way that we're all happy with. But I don't have any confidence that it's definitely going to end. I don't have any reason to believe that.
Well, one thing's for certain, Tariq, is City fans are looking at this in a way where we're almost like sleeper agents, where like as soon as the verdict comes out, if we hear the two words not guilty, we will literally just magnetize to our nearest pub or something where we know City fans are going to be and go absolutely mental.
Oh, I'm going to go mental on the
calling sick for
rivals
several days at work, just giving it the big one to every rival fan who's ever doubted us or tried to use that as their argument or something like that. I've already pre-ordered 250 brown envelopes, so the next time all the Sydney Blues meet up at a match day, if we start copping it, the big one from any rival fans and that, the brown envelopes are getting thrown. Like we're going in all out. Like I just want it over and done with. I mean, I'm confident, but I just want it over and done with.
Just some very quick quotes from Pep tonight. I forgot to read them out earlier. On Rodri, he doesn't feel perfect, so that's why we didn't want to take the risk. He will come up. These little setbacks make us realise that he needs a little more time to feel good and play football. Doesn't matter if he plays good or bad, he's knowing he's fine and he will not be out for a while. Goes on. What did he say here? To be honest, I'm excited about Sunday. Happy to live what I'm going to prepare for the game on Sunday. I'm looking forward desperately to play on Sunday against Liverpool and we'll see what happens. Asked on Phil Foden, said this season he's back. And he just said on Rodri, nothing dangerous. I would say big, but it's still more caution than anything. So there you go. And he does say we are underestimated this season. Doesn't really bother us. We have to focus on ourselves.
Good.
So, yeah.
Ooh, just like
Let
Diaz
the rivals
said, and then we won the treble.
Yeah, let them.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that Diaz quote, man.
Right, Jack, final thoughts? Any shows coming up?
Videos, a lot of videos on the channel. Shorts, as always. I've got a Discord channel as well. If you're interested in that, you can join that in my channel description. TikTok just hit 2,000, so very much appreciative of that.
Nice one, mate.
Congrats.
YouTube is approaching 500. We're like 10 away, so
Come on, let's get into the
Get it into 1,000. Come on, people. Hit
that'd be
subscribe.
awesome. But yeah, videos. I do pregame, postgame, transfer news, all that kind of stuff on my channel. So it's very fun. I'm still relatively new in the space, but I'm always happy to be on the shows and love talking with you guys. It's awesome.
Tariq, mate.
Don't know why my camera went off then. Ed, thank you for coming on, mate. See you tomorrow night for Thursday night chat. I was going to say any shows coming up, but you're part of this muck anyway.
I'll see you next time, chat.
For your sins. By the way, go if you want some Ed content, go on Through Black and White Eyes on Monday. He was a right wind-up merchant for Baz. Naughty boy. Tariq, how's the new channel going, mate? Any show? I know you did one last night.
Yeah, it's going really well. Appreciate all the support from people from your streams, from LB streams that have jumped over. It's been fun. It's different being on the other side of the computer trying to manage everything and talk and whatever. So, but I enjoy it, and so I
always cracked up to be, is it, mate? Yeah.
Yeah, I appreciate everybody that's jumped on. Keely was there last night. Louis has been there. Magnus, but I won't name names because whatever. But so many people have been on there, so I really appreciate that. But to Ryjack's point, just getting started. So we're just over 50 subscribers right now. So definitely trying to get to 100 and just keep building it from there. But right now it's usually just on the Tuesday evenings, and then maybe I've uploaded a couple of videos here and there just to get my thoughts out about the weekend, all the different sports that I follow. But typically it's the Tuesday night, and we welcome anyone to come on and have their say. So yeah, it's been great. And then of course I still do all the things I do with Shades of Blue. That's not going anywhere. So we were at 699 last night as far as subscribers. We were pushing to get to 700. I just now looked, we're at 703. So I don't know who those people were, but really appreciate them for getting us there. It is Tarek with the K. Although when I was a kid, I did think about changing it to a Q, but it was going to be a capital Q because I'm just an idiot, I guess. I don't know, but it is Tarek with the K. But yeah,
I thought your name was Rick, and you just spent too much time in Manchester. Ta-da, Rick.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. I answer to pretty much anything. Hey, you over there, that guy over there. I'll answer. It's all the same. Yeah, if I know who you're talking to, I'm just gonna answer. It's all good. So, but yeah, definitely appreciate everybody that's supported. So
good. Kelster, True City Man TV out coming up.
I don't know, honestly. I know Steve's doing some watch-alongs on the second channel. I don't know. I'm not going to be around for the next 10 days, so I don't see anything scheduled. But I'll try to do something tomorrow, real quick. We'll see if we can do another post game. We did a post game tonight, but we could. I'm sure they'll do. I think there's going to be something on Friday for a preview. I think Pat's actually going to do it, but I know I'm not around, so.
Appreciate that, right, Jack?
Tomorrow we'll be back. Thursday night chat, 9 p.m. We'll be back with that. No Rich, no Pat, because they're going Oasis.
Keely was talking about. Is Keely going?
So you might find me lying in a gutter somewhere on Monday morning, even if we do.
You know what they're going to do? You will end up joining the show. They'll just do it live from Oasis and we'll get copywritten.
Uh-oh.
That's awesome.
Well, Martin, you were messaging us the whole time in the chat during the game today. I'm like, Martin, watch the game.
Do you know what I might do? I know Cheers Bar wasn't the most ideal stream when we did Australia USA, but I've got to give a shout out to Cheers Bar, honestly, because the way that they have decked out that venue for Oasis weekend is nothing short of incredible. They've just got flags, banners, posters, cardboard cutouts of the Gallagher brothers. Our Sydney Blues flags are all up everywhere. I'm going to try and get some photos or some vision to share with you guys. Might put it, Martin, if we can, I might put it as a reel on the YouTube channel. So if anyone wants to check that out,
Yeah,
I think we're in for a massive weekend here in Sydney. Both Friday and Saturday night, the boys will be playing out at the Olympic Stadium, and yeah, it's going to be absolutely spectacular. I can't wait for it to happen.
Yeah, you can do. Well, what we'll do is
coming too, so it's probably warming up.
So yeah, 9 p.m. tomorrow. Me, Ozzy, Alan's coming on. Ed's with us, and we'll Harry's coming on as well. Briggs is coming on, so we'll start chatting about that. Friday, 12 p.m.
You know you're desperate for numbers when you got Alan on for a preview of Liverpool.
Yeah, yeah.
Have it on very, very filtered out.
He's gonna be warm. Don't worry. 12 p.m. Friday is Jamie Phillips, Hussam, and me. I've also asked LB if he wants to come on. We'll see who's available. But yeah, that'll be live. On Friday, we'll do the full countdown with Liverpool fans. So yeah, and then we'll do the post-match Sunday. So loads coming up on the channel. Please give it a like on your way out. Smash that subscribe. We're trying to get to 8K as soon as we can. But big up all. Fantastic panel. Really do appreciate it. Your time. All the links will be down in the description to each channel. City, make it 6 out of 7. Take care all. And as always, up the Blues. Take care.